I have always appreciated that Qamash approached me as one would a valued friend, even before I considered him such. It is a charm and virtue that he views all men around him as his comrades in the making. It was this change of character that helped me grasp the severity of what Qamash told me today. He spoke of an ancient temple once ruled by an order of Nasabon who dedicated their lives to the procurement of occult knowledge. It wounds me that I had given him reason to not trust me with this information earlier, for it was the destination of his many weekly retreats from Ravenloft that I ignorantly believed were to his tower. But Qamash is too cherished a friend for me to hold such a thing against him. After all he has done for me, and after my wars and obsession with the occult, it would be outright senseless for me not to understand that I am a man, that sometimes knowledge must be danced around with. Soon we will endeavor to visit this temple. He warns me of the chilling cold I must expect, that I must pack wisely, for the journey will be taken between us two alone. Page break. I despised every second of the hike to reach this accursed mountain. I could not in my cruelest thoughts imagine how much worse it would have been without my power over the land, and my peace with the mountain folk that guided Qamash to this temple years ago. I am too old for such walks. It is a journey for a younger man. If I am ever to return here, let it be through magic. If you seek honor or power, turn back, for these walls hold naught but doom. In the amber tombs below, the darkness shelters a timeless evil. This temple is infected with a scourge of malevolent divinity. Our ignorance and folly forged this place into our prison. Leave now, before our damnation becomes yours. This is the poem on the door of the temple we have now entered. I write now from the amber halls of this horrid wonder. Hidden deep within the groves of Mount Garcus is a repository of supreme occult knowledge watched by 6 statues of great mages. Qamash warns me that to rest here is to expose oneself to the machinations of this temple's last remaining inhabitants, who he assures me only wound the mind, and that our bodies will be unscathed so long as I deny their advances. I did not know of what powers he spoke of until we laid down to rest for the night within these amber halls. I dreamt for what felt like forever. My dreams were haunted by the presence of twisted forms that goaded and mocked me with promises of power. I did as Qamash instructed and denied them all, though I did not deny that a few tempted me. Instead of judging my weak will, Qamash bid me to join him in the library, where I spent untold hours being conscripted to assist in cataloging the vast texts, though I did not mind. To hold and read such dark grimoires enlightened me to the devastation that had befallen these wicked halls. As I understand it, there was indeed once an order of Nasaborn that kept watch over this site, as Qamash implied, but what he did not know, or at least what he did not care to mention, is that these mages collected a cabal of evil powers imprisoned within the temple's walls. Alongside a local knightly order, the Nasaborn safeguarded these dark monsters and their artifacts, whilst attempted to research a means of their destruction. A task doomed to fail. The magical seals waned, and the monstrosities twisted their wardens into evil beasts. I shared this discovery with Qamash, and he enlightened me to the true reason for my being here. The seals that this order maintained are near their breaking point, and Qamash alone cannot muster the energy to fuel them. But he believes that my power over the land will fill in the gaps and keep these evils sealed away. Page break. We delved into the deepest corners of the Amber Temple and witnessed these 6 vaults. Qamash had learned the command word for each vault corresponds to the name of each great mage who oversaw the security of said vault, spoken in the language of magic. Shalks, Mavaris, Gazil, Abernus, Herkaffa, and Emilios. Failure to speak these names prior to opening the vault would unleash a torrent of magical energy that few could survive. I could sense the evil eroding from each of the 14 ember sarcophagi, spread unevenly across the 6 vaults. Within each lay an extraordinary power, with the sole objective of beguiling us with promises of power in exchange for its own. When I laid my hand upon the sarcophagi, I saw the sights from my dreams the night before, and was again shown astonishing things, and the entities that called them home. To my surprise, not all desired and escaped from their crypt, or at least they did not plead with that demand, but I denied the entirety of them, and stripped my hand from their prisons. Page break. We paused to recover our mental fortitude. Qamash assures me we will need it for the final stretch of exploration, a final vault kept by all 6 amber mages. For it contained such tyrannic evils that he admitted even he struggled to resist. Qamash claims he dared not enter this final tomb alone, that the act of merely opening its door bombarded him with temptations he could not bear. It takes great wisdom to know how frail one's own mind can be, and I respect him all the more for it. But to a man like Qamash, the answers to such mysteries can only be delayed, never outright ignored. And thus came my second reason for being here. We are to ground each other in reality by any means necessary, to ensure neither of us fall prey to the wicked will of the final vault. Page break. My hands trail across this paper, only so that I could confirm what lay beyond that amber door was real at all. 3 prisons, 3 rancorous minds, 3 ends to life as I know it. And yet I cannot help feel relieved that we both made it out alive and sane. In one crypt I witnessed a world destroyed by a star of countless eyes. Another held the colossus of death, melded to a throne of 1,000 shambling corpses. And in the 3rd crypt, a black sky of bats, and under it a field of shriveled dead feasted upon by a bat-like monster under a hanging tree. Each offered me the gift to manipulate life, my life or the lives of others. If not for Qamash, I fear what would have become of me. I felt inexplicably lured to the hanging tree before he pulled my mind free of the vault. We have not spoken since we left the vault, and it has been hours since we created our campsite outside of the temple. Page break. Qamash broke the silence with the confession of his intentions to remain at the temple. I begged him to return home with me, that the temple and its powers within are too great for any one man to withstand. But that is why he had to stay, to use his power to upkeep the magical seals, to ensure these evil powers remained imprisoned here forever. Out of desperation, I confessed my love to him. But Qamash insisted that he remain. Page break. It is hard for me to turn the page when I know someone I love won't be in the next chapter. But the story goes on. From the warmth of the mountain village of Yadgrad, I have learned to respect his decision and return to Castle Ravenloft on my own. I swore I would protect his tower in the event that he changes his mind, but I have never known him to be a man that makes any decision without the utmost certainty. I will visit him as often as I can to ensure his good health. We were wise enough to scribe a teleportation circle within the guard tower at the old mountain gate that we passed on the way here. I shall bind its other half to my portal room in Ravenloft, so that I may avoid the harshest part of any future journey to the Amber Temple.